It's absolutely great because we're able to do some planting here in multiple areas that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So Pembina is here with their people today, helping out as well as making the donation to purchase the plants, and we got seed as well, which is great. So we're going to be enhancing our plantings pretty much around the whole preserve with what they've donated. We are planting multiple areas today. The area that is in front of me, we have a nice little ephemeral pond that doesn't really have much planted around it yet. So we are doing native wetland plants all around the pond. So this time next year, I mean, it should be quite lovely. A nice variety of blooming wetland plants to attract pollinators. And we already have cricket frogs here. I mean, I see lots of warblers in the spring. I've heard owls. So this is a wonderful little spot. And then we're also planting behind the building here. So what we're doing this year is looking at, what species we don't have yet that we might want to have here. So we're infilling with some different species and kind of more of the same of the ones that are doing really good, because pollinators, when they come along to the native plants, they like a nice big array of color. We're putting groupings of like 3s, 6s, 9s, so there'll be pops of color, all, for people to see and enjoy, but the pollinators will really be able to zone in on those plants. So we're enhancing what we already did last year. And then in front of the building, we've got some beds with little blue stem. It's monocultures of little blue stem, which looks really pretty this time of year when it's all in seed. So we're infilling with more little blue. And then last but not least, we have a shelter over by the backwaters here, and that shelter has some beds that were never really full to begin with, so we were lucky enough to be able to also purchase some plants, native plants, for those beds, so people enjoying that pavilion will have pops of color and nice for pollinators as well.
The Pembina's AusSable plant employees are here today to help improve habitat and the ecosystem here at Four Rivers Environmental Education Center in Channahon. Well, it's hugely valuable. It's not only helping to make this community a better place to live, but it's also engaging their employees and getting people to pay attention to and spend time outdoors.
Well, it was a volunteer opportunity through my company, and I love to get involved, especially with local events. So it's a great opportunity to be outside. Actually, when I'm down, bent over, digging, I'm seeing plants that were obviously planted last year from the same effort. So it's rewarding for me to come back and see things blooming. I love it. I love nature. I am chained to a desk, so this opportunity to spend a day volunteering outdoors is wonderful.
Plug planting in wetlands, like in this little pond here, that's perfect because the ground is going to stay moist. I don't even have to worry about watering those follow-up. But here I can find them easily, I can water them in and make sure they'll get off to a good start, being nicely established. It actually is good planting season because we're still early enough where the ground is not going to freeze really, really hard. And I did mention that, the heat, hopefully, we've had a very hot, very warm, dry fall. So now that cooler temperatures are coming in, cooler nights, the plants like that better. I mean, they don't like hot, dry conditions. So the cooler temperatures, hopefully more rainfall, and then plenty of time for their roots to get established before the ground freezes hard.